I used to spend hours editing my videos in DaVinci Resolve or CapCut. Now I get Codex to edit them for me. I've seen people online using Higgsfield and all these other third-party subscriptions, but in this video, I'm going to show you how I edit all my videos with nothing but Codex on my machine. At the end, I'll reveal the secret sauce for this skill that took me days of experimentation to find. So as you might imagine, we start out with a raw video that has all the blemishes and silences and everything in it. So in this video, I'm going to show you a couple hacks that you can use to increase the performance. All right, I think you get the point, right? It's a completely raw video with all these bloopers and silences and everything left in it. So what I do is I drop it into the raw videos folder of my skill. And so my skill folder has all of these folders in it and the skill markdown, which has all the instructions. So next we're going to start Codex. So pretty simple prompt here, and the idea is that we're using the skill to do the heavy lifting, not the prompt. So this can take a while because it does take a while for it to run through the entire workflow. First, it has to remove the silence with a ripple delete. Then it has to analyze the transcript and try to edit out all the things like that. So this can take a while. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to it once it is done. So we can see it took about 33 minutes to get the first version. So I'm going to show you what it looks like, just a little clip to give you an idea. In Codex, wrong. In this video, I'm going to show you a couple hacks that you can use to increase the performance of your coding agents and save you money. The best part is they only take a couple minutes to. When I was using coding agents last week, I noticed a pattern. I noticed that they would write code, then they would undergo a compaction. Then after the compaction, it would delete a lot of the code that it had just written. So you'll notice here, it's a lot better. The false take at the beginning is gone. It's edited out. It still kept a lot of the clicks. So I thought I'd put that into the skill, but apparently not, but that's a really easy fix because all I need to do is put that into the skill. Anyway, the point is it's a lot better. So what I normally do in situations like this is I will listen to the entire thing and just write down all the places where I want it edited differently, right? And I'll also include a timestamp for those things. So that's what I'm going to do right now. So this is kind of what I love about AI is it's just so easy to build stuff and edit stuff. I'm literally telling it to edit the skill and include instructions post ripple delete to remove the places where I'm just clicking, because we saw that in the video that I just showed. So now I'm not going to have to worry about that anymore. So this is the setup that I used that you can see. So I just have the video here. And I just record the timestamps and everything there. So I basically say the edits that I want. Side note, this is a lot more edits than I had to do in the last video, which means I need to have a strongly worded conversation with my agent. But more on that later. So I'm just saying edits I need done, and then I'm copy and pasting that list. So usually this doesn't take too long for it to go through and edit all these out because you're telling it exactly what you want. And, yes, this does take time to listen to the video and go through and write these down, but it's not anywhere close to opening up DaVinci Resolve, like rendering all the proxy media, waiting for that, and then manually doing the ripple delete, and then going through it and editing each thing here and making sure I don't cut a word. Like that all takes way more time than just listening to a video, going through and writing this stuff down. And like I said before, last time I edited a video like this, I had maybe this much information instead of this much. So this was a particularly bad cut. And like I said, I will have a strongly worded conversation with my agent about this later. So I actually found the reason why it edited the video poorly in the last round. And the reason was because I actually didn't follow all of the instructions in the skill. So the issue was not with the skill, the issue was actually with the agent not following directions. When it actually followed the directions of the skill, the edit came out beautifully. So anyhow, here's the finished product. You have a couple hacks that you can use to increase the performance of your coding agents and save you money. The best part is they only take a couple minutes to implement when I was using coding agents last week. So anyway, that gives you an idea. It's pretty polished, pretty cut. I prefer the cuts to be kind of, short and not leave a lot of silence. With attention spans what they are today, you kind of need to have something going on all the time. But anyway, That's the way I do it, but these are things that can be tweaked, right? You can tweak like how far apart you want it. Like everything in this skill can be tweaked because all it is a markdown file with instructions, like a folder setup and a whole bunch of Python scripts that the agent can use to help it do this or that. So yeah, I mean, it is an extensive skill as far as skills go. It's not just a markdown file. So I guess to give you an idea, right? It has the skill right here. It also has like all these things, the tests, the logs, the reports. But just to give you an idea of the scripts it has, these are some of them. So yeah, it's not just your generic markdown file skill. It actually does have a lot of things to it. By the way, I said that I would reveal the secret at the end of this video, and I'm going to reveal it right now. So the key is actually to use this WhisperX model instead of Faster Whisper. And the reason that this was a roadblocker for me before was because I had a smaller laptop. We're talking 16 gigabytes of RAM, and I can guarantee you, regardless of whether you use WhisperX or not, like it was already struggling. You're not going to be able to do this on a machine with 16 gigabytes. But I also got a massive upgrade recently, and this machine that I'm currently using right now has 96 gigabytes of RAM. And so it's perfectly big enough to render a bunch of video very quickly and to support the WhisperX model. The WhisperX model is just a lot more accurate than Faster Whisper. So for transcript type cutting, it really matters that the timestamps of the words that are transcribed are accurate. Otherwise, it's going to cut just like half a second off or even a quarter second. Like you're going to notice those things. It doesn't take a lot of inaccuracy to notice a difference. So yeah, if you're editing video with AI, I just cannot recommend the WhisperX model enough. Please do not beat your head against the wall like I did for days using Faster Whisper and the other Whisper models, because WhisperX makes a big difference. But that's it. You know, this video is ready to go. And so that's really my entire process of editing video. It really just comes down to, now that I have the skill, just plopping it in, letting it run, listening to it one time, noting down all the mistakes, and putting that prompt in again, and then it comes out clean. So if you're an individual creator who doesn't have a big budget or isn't that good at editing video like I was, you know, something like this is a game changer because it can literally save you hours and hours per video of editing. So I hope this was helpful for you. If you have any questions in the comments, please let me know. I will link all the resources in the description, and happy editing.